So the thing that I've come to learn over my 46, bloody hell, years on this planet is that your partner, i.e. your love partner, is the most important person to you, the most influential, is the most important person in your life. And yes, the kids are very, very, very important, but the kids, they come and they go, right? You build them up, they fly the nest, they live their life, they find their partner. So today's Mrs. B's 36th birthday, and we're going out to celebrate. We're going to spend the day together. And there's nothing that I love more than just spending time with Mrs. B. Now, over the last 12 years of being together, Jem has been such an influential part of my life in terms of me becoming the man I am today. Without Jem, I'm not sure I'd be the man that I have become today. And I think that's the power of having a really good woman in your life. It hasn't always been like that. You see, when we first met, I was going through a transition. Jem was around when I started my business full time. And when I started my business full time, which was a boot camp called Body Shock Fitness, I really had to put in the work to make sure that the bills were paid in those early years. In the first year alone, I was working anywhere between 16 to 18 hours a day because I was in a mad dash to make as much cash as possible to just be able to pay the mortgage and eat. And through that first year of us being together, there wasn't a lot of time for relationships, but she understood and she supported me and she was my shoulder to cry on. The second year, when we managed to build up the business to be sustainable and for us to have a life, my strategy of working 16 to 18 hours continued, and it didn't have to. Now, at the time, I didn't really see it, and I didn't really understand it. And that's the cost of not having structure, of not planning yourself, of being in a cycle of chaos, of not thinking clearly. And it was slowly and utterly eating away at this incredible relationship that we had. And I thought everything was good. And in reality, Jem was just not getting the time and energy with me that she deserved. And it took a very difficult conversation, one of that I'm learning to live without you, for me to buckle up my ideas and start this process of personal development of how do I manage my time better? How do I manage my energy better? How do I build boundaries? How do I get better at focus? And I promised to get better. And I did. Then I slipped. Then I got better. Then I slipped. I sound like an alcoholic. But I was addicted. And I did have an obsession when it came to work. I never got out of that first year rut that I got myself into, where I had to show up at the highest level, but I never adapted after that. And it was costing me. And it wasn't until, I reckon, Alba was born in 2017 that I really, really woke up to the next level about what I had and really put the effort in. And it's kind of come to fruition this year, where this year is very much about building me, building my relationships, putting all of that first and just going, do you know what? I'm going to take a year out from trying to grow the business to this monumental thing and actually just be dad, just be husband, and just be present and just throw myself into my family. It doesn't mean that the business is not growing. It just means that I finally, after all of these years, have prioritised my family. It's what it sounds like. But I have always prioritised my family. But this year, I just want it to be that little bit deeper. And that's the problem with real life, right? When you run a business or you've got a career, we get so consumed in it. We allow it to take over. We allow it to control our emotions. So sometimes we can be sitting there sulking or stressing or overthinking. And I am absolutely determined this year not to do that. The one thing I don't think men realise is that when we throw ourselves into our career and we do it in an obsessive nature without boundaries, without understanding the ripple effects, without understanding the bigger consequences, what we are actually doing is allowing our wives, our partners, to learn to live without us. And no matter how much they love us, no matter how much they care for us, they still need attention. They still need love. They need to still make sure that you're thinking of them. And that's a partnership, right? And that's what I feel is so important. I think it's the number one thing more than anything. It's that partnership. It's working as a team. It's communicating. It's understanding. It's what makes our marriage so strong, is that we work as a team. When we don't work as a team, when we've stopped communicating, then things start falling down. And the byproduct of having such a strong marriage is that the kids get to watch what a healthy relationship looks like. They understand that what a loving environment looks like. They get to watch that. We catch them looking when we're having a cuddle and they're smiling. You see things on social media where you see a couple dancing or they're cuddling or kissing and you can see the kids smiling. For me, if you're going to be successful in your career, in your business, in your health, in anything you do, it does stem from you. But as soon as you start leading yourself better, you will lead that relationship better. And when that relationship is better, that then flourishes into the other areas of your life. I'm not a relationship coach, but I know what works. I know what makes me feel good. I know when I speak to other guys, when their relationship is better, their business is better. When their relationship is better, their health is better. When their relationship is better, their mental health is better. So making sure that we nurture and take care of and not take advantage of the things that we have is absolutely critical when it comes to us and our relationships and our development and how we lead ourselves into the next chapter of our lives. Love Doctor, signing off.